Outstanding, the ultimate accolade for teachers. We challenge primary teacher Kath Morgan to go from good to outstanding. A top inspector will observe one lesson. 2 experts will fine-tune her practice and beef up her presentation. She then gets 2 weeks to take on the advice before the inspector comes back for the final verdict.
The line between good and outstanding is a shaky line. You never know which side you're going to fall on.
So would you do that at the beginning when you were reading the story? Would you still have planned an activity outside of that?
Yes, I think you definitely would want to do that. You don't want the children sitting on the carpet for too long.
No.
And maybe once you've done the community of inquiry task and you've identified an interesting question like, was Moses a good leader? That might then lead into an activity that you've planned.
I think my conversation with Leslie clarified in my mind where I wanted to go with this scheme of work, and it's given me the confidence to go with it and that it is a good idea. So I'm really happy about that.
So hi Kath. The point I like to raise is that you're sometimes holding onto your pen. The pen at the moment is hindering you, and it becomes this kind of
Security
blanket to hold on to. And I noticed when you got rid of it, your expressions and your gestures were even more expressive. So if you find a little box, a little basket, anything, like the house key, where you know you know
lose those as well.
Your voice is wonderful, varied, and I would like to work a little bit more on the lower registers. So let's work on your voice. So what you have here is the roof, that's the first floor, and this is the ground floor. All your house has to resonate to create the sound most effectively. At the moment, you're mainly using the attic.
Right.
Can you make E, 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 E? Now, ah. Use your hands as well. Ah, perfect. On an O. Oh. And come low and really go up. Okay. So, good and well done. Good. This is a pretty artificial environment right now. The kids are not there.
No.
Yeah. But if you just keep an eye on this, it is something to work on long term.
Okay.
The session with Ulrika was also helpful. I hadn't thought about the way that I use my voice, that if I get higher pitched, maybe they would find it annoying. I haven't found that in the past, but it's definitely something to consider.
With her final observation just weeks away, it's back to the classroom to put all the advice into action and raise her game.
The first question I've got for you is about a very special word. Who do you trust? And what is it about them that makes you trust them? Have I ever seen your dog? No, so I've got to trust you that you've got a dog. I believe in you. The Lemurs pair, what were you talking about?
Trust you to behave yourself.
I trust you to behave yourself. What does trust mean to Alia?
You have to listen to your teacher and trust them.
I felt the lesson went really well. I tried to use the community of inquiry approach that Leslie suggested, and that worked really well. Isha's pair. Now then, you said that you were a bit stuck about the word miracle. I'm still conscious that I was probably holding my pen, and if I put it down, I will spend 10 minutes trying to find it when I need it again. So I am still holding onto the pen. I hope it's not detracting from the story too much. Spend some time thinking about the person that you trust. What is it about them that makes you trust them? And who you trust?
God.
Why?
God gives us punishment and we say sorry, He'll forgive us.
So a trustworthy person is forgiving. They met the learning intention, which was a question, as Leslie suggested. How do we help someone to trust us? They did fantastic mind maps of the sort of characteristics that a trustworthy person would have to show. I had a little idea of ways that we could remember the word trust. Claire talked about my differentiation, so to do that I tried to get them to write an acronym. The acronym probably was quite a difficult activity, but that is my extension for them. It's supposed to be challenging, and I think about 3 or 4 out of the 6 groups managed to do it, so that's quite good. The story that I'm going to read you this afternoon is from the Buddhist religion, and it's to do with animals. Why might the prince's cousin have shot the swan?
He might want to get it, and he might want to eat a swan.
I think having the focus on a question for the lesson does get the children to think a little bit more. The questions that I'm using are also getting a little bit more sophisticated, so there's more than just a yes or a no, and I think that they probably will come out of the lesson without one right answer, but having just thought around the question, which is really important.
I think I should have this one because I shot it down that I could have it. You shot it, and we did it, and we look after it. And you're telling a lie. You shot it, but...
Giving them something to argue, taking a risk like that is probably something that you have to do with a subject like animal welfare.
Why did you shoot it?
Why would you shot it? Because I'm not bothered to look at it.
What was that?
Because I'm not bothered to look at it.
Oh, right. So what are you going to say to that? Those are the sort of conversations that you have to have in life with people. You have to learn how to have a serious yet heated debate and to come to a conclusion.
You should look after animals.
Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Agree, okay. You're allowed to hurt animals. What do we think? We disagree. I was really pleased with that lesson, and I felt that some of them had really thought quite deeply about how they felt about the story and how they feel about animal welfare in general, and had actually changed their minds.
Away from the hustle and bustle of school life, Kath seeks some divine inspiration.
It's fantastic to get an opportunity to come to the Buddhist temple. Buddhism is one of the religions that we teach about, and so it's great to get the opportunity to come here. It's very peaceful. You can smell the flowers, you can hear the birds and the trees, and it's absolutely beautiful. Looking forward to the final observation. I'm really excited about having Claire back in the classroom. It's a short process with a lot of things crammed into it, so I'll just show her what we've been doing and hope that she likes it.
It's the day of Kath's final observation. Claire Gillies is back, and it's make or break time.
I'm back at Cranford Infant School to watch Kath Morgan with her Year 2 RE lesson. This time the theme is giving.
Right, now then, I'm going to give out the post-it notes, and I want you to take a minute to look at our key words for this day's lesson. The first key word, important word, is a gift. The next one is precious. I want you to get the idea from each other what you think these words mean.
What do you mean by precious?
Precious means like when someone gives you a gift and they are surprised.
Yeah, they are precious.
So it's special to you. Like
Special.
something special.
Yes, well done.
My mom, on my birthday, she gave me some money, and that was precious. Because it was a special day and my mum gave me something.
Okay, a gift is when you are giving a present. That one's from Isha. Okay. Precious means something special. You care for someone or something, that makes it precious. Excellent.
I write that my mum gave me a lovely hug that because I did really well in my test.
We're going to read a story about a gift. In this country, there was a very poor farmer who really didn't have a lot of money. He actually had a mango tree. He saw the king looking very sad. The poor farmer gave the big mango yasin to the king, and he said, can you say that for me? I'm giving it to you because I want to see a smile on your face. He did start smiling. It was given as a sign of friendship. That's why it's precious to me.
My family is very precious to me because at home they are always with me.
In some envelopes on your tables, there are examples with different sorts of presents written on them. Put these gifts on our giving tree. Which ones would you think would be the most precious? We're sorting them out, and then if you finish, there are some blank ones in there, and you could put some gifts of your own.
I think this is precious. I think this is precious. No, because it said my family all beginning nice to each other, because used to they'd be like bad to each other. Now they're being good, so this is more important. Okay, but that's precious because of my brother. Somebody gave it on his birthday.
If this is very precious, very special, and then it gets to not very special to us, where would you put sharing a sweet from your friend? Okay, right, let's put it on. Right, can I have Ramon's group to come up to the front? At the top, friendship from all of my friends. Can you go and buy that at the shop? No? My uncle gives me a hug because I've done lots of good things. Can you go to the shop and buy a hug? No, but it's very special. And I'm going to choose one of the things at the bottom. PSP given by somebody I don't know very well. Doesn't mean anything. It's not special to you. Okay, let's give them a clap. Well done. Just as a special treat, because we were talking so much about the mangoes, and the mango being something that was very small, but it was given as a sign of friendship. Something you can't really buy in the shops, friendship.
With all that expert advice and weeks of practice behind her, will Kath make it? From good to outstanding?
Well, Kath, thank you very much for letting me join that RE lesson. I enjoyed it very much, and it's obvious that the pupils did as well. Yes. They were working so hard and so involved. I was looking at how much they were all communicating with each other, and just extraordinary discussions going on.
I debated for ages whether to put them into mixed ability groups or ability group them, and I went with ability grouped.
Very differentiated work.
Yeah, it was.
Yes. It was religious education, but it was also lots of personal thinking about what is kindness, what are gifts, so that it was very rich in their personal development.
They didn't need me a lot of the time when they were there. They were working it out for themselves. I think that's the really important time.
I think we can really feel that that was an outstanding lesson. Pupils worked so hard and gave so much to the whole thing, and I really feel confident that you and them together generated an outstanding lesson, and all the teaching that went into it was also outstanding. So it was very successful, and I really enjoyed being there. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much. They gave us outstanding. Did they? Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, you know, you will get outstanding. We all know you will.
No, it's really, thanks a lot for your help. The journey has been brilliant. It's just given me the opportunity to really think about what makes a good RE lesson. I'm really thrilled that it came through as an outstanding lesson. We've worked so hard, and it all came together in the end.